So, as promised, I'm going to talk about some Craftsman Prybars here. But before we get into that, real quick, I am D.E. Nichols. I make YouTube videos so that you can fix your car better and various tools and experiments that go into making cars run better. So that's what I do. Back to the plan programming. I just, Scotty Kilmer said, wouldn't it be nice if they made him with metal ends? Okay, I gotta say, I didn't see him like that when I was a young mechanic, but he's been a mechanic a lot longer and been around a lot more places. And why didn't he see metal ends? I should put the laughing horse up here like he does on his videos. Okay, so this is not going to be an unboxing or a proper review. Just a moment for what Scotty Kilmer said, okay? So these are Prybars, right? And he said that once he broke off the end of his Prybar, that way he could hit directly on the metal. And wouldn't it be nice if they built them that way? For one, cheap Prybars don't have it, that feature. Well, it turns out that's not quite true. I got a bit of a discount, but, you know, these are probably more than that for most people, okay? And for a long time, I didn't see Prybars that had the metal end to hit unless it was made by, like, Snap-on or something. But clearly, this could be a good tool with Craftsman having these metal things on here. It's just, I bought these for a special project, and a customer said they were going to pay for the special project, so I wasn't going to get a better tool to make it easier to get done. So there you go. I like that they have these little protective covers because these are basically knives when they're new. When you dull them up a little bit with use, they're a little safer to work with. But this could be some good tooling here. I mean, I've never bought much at Craftsman, you know, because by the time I came around to the business, it was no longer made in America. And when it was made in America, it just was too far out of my price range as someone who didn't think they were going to work with tools for a living. Let me cover this one more time. Scotty Kilmer has not seen Prybars with metal ends, and it works better that way. Yeah. I've hit the plastic a lot. I haven't broken mine yet. I got the cheap Harbor Freight ones. They do really well, except maybe you need the bigger ones. Oh my gosh. How have you not seen them built that way? Were you making a joke? So for my last video, I did this really weird thumbnail where I'm like walking out of Lowe's and nope, they don't have it either. Turns out I was wrong. They did have something that kind of looked like it might work for my CV axle issue, but customer decided not to go for it. So we'll see if I ever release the deeper truth behind that video. If I do, click on the craziest video I ever made. Ranting against evil customers. Yeah, he's on drugs. Some decent Prybars. I actually have a lot of selection. It just turned out that when I needed more angle, those Craftsman had a little less angle. So they're not going to be the ones I'm using today. But if the customer is still going for the job, I would have kept them because I think it would have been more helpful. So I think I'm going to come back and buy those later when I'm either trying to get more tools for the shop or maybe some tools I let myself keep at the house. Usually like, oh, I'll buy slightly different ones for the house. And then you know what I do? My shop needs take over because I'm spoiled and want every best tool for every perfect situation at the shop. I'll let it grow out there. Now, over on the top right, I'm going to put the most related video. On the bottom right is going to be the video that YouTube thinks you like best on my channel, in case you want to watch something more different instead of something more the same. All right, down here, hit me in the eye and subscribe. And get out, as always, get out there and work on something. Oh, like and share this, please. I don't know if you knew this, but most of us artists on YouTube are starving artists. Except their, day job.